Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Welcome to Earth Day Capricorn, my Earth cousin. Thank you so much for being here, for clicking here. I do appreciate you. We are going to look at some oracles. We're going to throw some tarot at it. We're going to find out what comes up here. You know, my energy's feeling a little bit scattered and I've been sort of exhausted these last few days, and I think it's because of all of the energies that are going on in Taurus and Aries, and we have this eclipse coming up. Did you get your eclipse glasses? I got mine. I think that it's going to be most visible like in its entirety, like the full covering of the moon happens somewhere in around Texas, it looks like, but we're going to get about 70% coverage from where I am. So I plan on being out there at 3:20 p.m. Central Standard Time to take a look. All right, tell me if you're going to go take a look. Tell me in the comments. Capricorn, let's figure out what's going on for you. We'll just, do a bunch of oracles and tarot and see what's coming out. I'm feeling a little bit scattered like that. We're all in the Wild West here, just, shooting off our guns. See what comes out, see what happens. Let's find out what's going on here. All right, we've got do all things in moderation. Might be not the easiest thing for you to accomplish, but I mean, it always depends on your moon and your rising energy, right? Do all things in moderation. Don't forget, this is the week ahead. Monday is the eclipse, right? This is eclipse energy we're playing with here. We've got face your shadow. Very interesting. Look, there is going to be something coming up here that you're not expecting that I feel you're going to have to face. It's going to be a showdown. You've got to do things in moderation. And I'm going to say, take it slow. And I mean, I know that you're no fast runner, right? If you're a Capricorn, you're usually going over details and planning things and moving slowly. Excuse me. But it says here, face your shadow. It feels like there is something here that you're not looking at or choosing not to look at. Something, reassess something you've missed that you need to look at here. We'll clarify here. Let's take a look. Tell me about do all things in moderation for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about do all things in moderation. And the fact that it's coming up saying do all things in moderation is telling me that there is something, at least one thing that you may or may not be doing, because this reading isn't for all of you. It's for it's a general reading. It may not be for you at all. So if you're not the person who is overindulging in something, maybe this is not for you. But the fact that we have this card tells me that some of you are indulging too much and that you need to do something in moderation here. Tell me what's going on for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have the Three of Pentacles. You might be going out with friends. We do have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I want to say that for some of you, I want to say that maybe it is going out, being with friends. So make sure you're doing that in moderation. The Three of Pentacles is partnership though, right? So it could be with one other person that you need to do something in moderation with, or it could be a group of people being the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is like I'm on your team, you're on my team. And when the Queen of Swords shows up with the Three of Pentacles, it feels like the Queen of Swords is trying to be a teacher. And not trying to be, the Queen of Swords is a teacher. She's been through a lot of stuff, right? She is the divorcee. I say she because there's a woman on the card, pictured on the card, but please understand that we're not reading body parts here. We're reading energy. So this could be masculine or feminine energy. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's been through a few things and has a bit of wisdom because of it. She's learned to stand on her own 2 feet, say her own thing. I want to say that you're trying to give advice. Maybe you're giving advice to friends, advice to group people who are on your team here. I want to say that do all things in moderation and make sure that you're not aggressive. Make sure that you're assertive. We do have the Eight of Pentacles here. So I want to say that the reason that you're giving this type of advice here is because you've been through a few things, right? And the Eight of Pentacles is about self-mastery. For some of you, Capricorn, we've been talking about you coming from a place, a hardship, and growing yourself, right? Doing all sorts of things for you and realizing that you are the person that is in charge here. I want to say for some of you that you've grown through this this trial that you've been through in the past, that it feels like for some of you, you had to move and put a roof over your head. Maybe you had been in a partnership and you decided to liberate yourself from that partnership. And maybe once you did leave that partnership, it's time for you to learn moderation, because sometimes if you've been married for a while or been in a relationship for 10 or 12 or 15 years, you can go a bit off the rails. I'm just saying, anybody can. I'm not just saying that to you, Capricorn. So we do have Libra energy here with the Queen of Swords, of course, Gemini and Aquarius as well, because we are in a general reading. But I want to say that you know a few things, and the things that you know is that you know how to build yourself from nothing. Because I've been feeling that through last year and in these last few months that you've been doing a really good job of building yourself. This is self-mastery. And so I feel like you want to tell everybody about it because it's working for you. But please understand that not everybody is on your plane of existence. Not everybody's on your vibration. Not everybody is looking at their problems. Not everyone is ready to face their shadow like you are. So that can end up being a problem, right? In a friend group, or when you meet people in a partnership, when you start speaking the truth and being honest and assertive, some people don't like that. And that's the truth of it. So make sure you do it in moderation. Make sure you read the room. And that might keep you out of some arguments or fights. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't care if you're in arguments and fights. Tell me about Face Your Shadow. We do have the 5 of Cups in the reverse. So you still are, I want to say you're still nursing wounds from the stuff that happened back there. From the hardship, from the sadness, from the regret. I feel like that's still sort of part of the shadow that you need to integrate here. We have the 3 of Swords, yeah. So it does feel like that you have something in the shadow work, and we all do, every single damn one of us. And if you think you don't, then you are delusional. You are delulu. Look, we all have it. We all have the shadow work, right? Facing the shadow here. We do have the 3 of Wands. I didn't mean to yell delulu at you. Feeling a little silly. Okay, so we do have the 3 of Swords, and we have the 3 of Wands. A couple of 3s, right? And the 3s are about growth, right? It's about growth. We've got 3, 3, 3. So if you've been seeing 3s, I feel like I'm talking about you. And even if you aren't seeing 3s, maybe you will start seeing them after this reading. But I want to say that the shadow part of you that you're still facing here is, I feel as though you are starting to repair or starting to heal, beginning to heal, because the 5 of Cups is in the reverse. I feel like you're no longer feeling regretful, that your sadness is starting to dissipate. But I do feel like with the 3 of Swords in the upright that you're still arguing with the mind. And I feel like for some of you, the reason that you're still arguing with the mind is because you can't get over the fact that there was a third party. For some of you, there is a third party, and that's the reason why you have shadow work. It feels like, you have gotten out of something back there, and it feels like you're still carrying some of that energy, and you're waiting on something. Let's find out what you're waiting on here. What are you waiting on? The 3 of Wands. Tell me what you're waiting on here. You're waiting on a change. So you're waiting to make some type of decision, but you're holding back. The 3 and the 2 is 5, and 5 is feeling like there's too much competition. I don't know what the competition is about, but it feels like there's too much competition in order you to move forward. And it feels like you are holding back. I want to say you're waiting for someone to come to you, but the truth of the matter is you're the one that's got to make the decision. 5 Wands is indecision. So you have to make a decision about how you're going to move forward from here. But I feel like first you need to figure out the shadow work. Whatever, you need to face the shadow, because I feel like you're still healing, I want to say, but this 3 of Swords is a problem in the upright. It tells me that you're still feeling the hard energy of what happened back there. And it does feel like it was a third party split or something like that. It does feel relationship related. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. Look, to me, this is the judge, the magistrate. Could have been a divorce that you went through, but this is also the psychologist or the psychiatrist. So it feels like it's somebody that possibly you might want to talk to if you can't get out of this 3 of Swords energy. All right. Tell me about this. Tell me more about this, please. We've got the energy is gaining momentum. And we do have full moon in Pisces. It says balance spirituality and practicality. And I kind of like that showing up over here because, you know, looking at things in a practical, logical way is an easier way to get over whatever it was that kind of threw you to the ground or slammed you to the ground. So I want to say your spirituality is necessary. It is necessary to overcome the shadow. So trusting in the universe, trusting things are happening as they should and not backtracking because you want to, but listening to the universe, listening to, you know, the balance between practicality and spirituality. So it's like, what are you feeling in the gut? What are you feeling in your intuition? What's it telling you? And also balancing that with the practicality of it's not practical to try this again with the same person. Bottom of the deck, we have personal issues, reach your resolution. I like it. It says full moon in Cancer. All right. Let's do this. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Energy is gaining momentum. Tell me what energies are gaining momentum here. Tell me about the energy that's gaining momentum. What does Capricorn need to know? And the energies are gaining momentum, I'll tell you that. I can feel it all over the place. I feel like I'm being pulled through the eye of a needle lately. Feels like, it's like I can't get out of these small places that I'm in. Like it feels like everything is scattered and I'm just trying to reel it all in, but I feel like it's everywhere. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but maybe you're feeling that way too. We've got the Hanged Man. So you're preparing for something here. Tell me about the Hanged Man. We've got the Ten of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so what is gaining momentum here is I feel that you feel something good is coming. And I feel like you are in the Hanged Man energy. You're trying to see what's out there with a different perspective. Not your own perception, but a different perspective. You're trying to look at things from another point of view, someone else's point of view. I feel like you're stuck in your head and this is sort of a place where you've imprisoned yourself because you're scared to step outside of that and make this decision. The Hanged Man tells me you're a bit stuck. You're a bit stuck here thinking about all the happiness, the good things, the fun things, you know, the rainbows and the Ten of Cups being the apex of happiness. I want to say that that's coming for you. And if you're feeling happy things, I feel like this is one of the happy things that you are feeling. We do have this gaining momentum here. And I feel that you're scared of it though. I feel like with the Eight of Swords that you're overthinking it. So I think that you are looking with the Hanged Man here, that you're looking to get some sort of answer from the universe about the perception that you have about happiness and love. It feels like you feel that it ends up in pain or being stuck, or it feels like that's the energy here. And so I think the energy that's gaining momentum is I think something is going to show up here and show you what happiness really is. Tell me about balancing spirituality and practicality. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Magician in the reverse. Very interesting energy. So it feels like, I want to say that with your shadow work, that you're scared to be manipulated again. That could be the Eight of Swords. That you do feel that the momentum is gaining, that happiness is coming, and I feel like it will arrive, but I feel like you're stuck. It feels like you're stuck thinking that everybody's just going to walk away. Why do I even bother trying in a relationship if everybody's just going to walk away? We do have somebody walking away, right? Taking the Ace of Wands and walking away on the new path, on the new exciting path. And then we have the Eight of Cups. And it's like, I feel like you're ready to love again, is what I want to say. You're ready to love again, but I feel like you're also in this energy of, I could disconnect at any moment. If you're going to try and manipulate me, and what's manipulation? We should talk about that. What is manipulation? It's when their actions don't match their words. So when somebody is doing one thing and saying another, that's manipulation. And I feel like I feel like you think that whenever you get into a relationship, somebody just wants to try and manipulate your feelings. I'm going to tell you that that's where the shadow work is. I feel like that's not true. I don't think that's a hard and fast rule, but I feel like that's the energy that's in your shadow work. So I think that that's something for you to work on, my friend. Let's get one more card from here. We've got focus. We'll find out what you should focus on. One more card. And then we have thriving. I like it. Look, I feel like you're going to get through this shadow work, but I feel like you shouldn't put it off. I feel like you should dig into whatever feelings are still left over of sadness, of hurt, of betrayal. I think that's why you're holding back from your future, because it feels like you feel as though, yeah, manipulation is a game that is played with love. And I don't think that that's true in every situation. Bottom of the deck, we have openness. So I hope that you will be open to figuring out exactly what it is that you need to do by looking into your shadow work here. Tell me about thriving. Tell me how Capricorn's going to be thriving. Tell me about Capricorn thriving, please. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Very interesting energy here. So with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, it makes me feel like you're kind of slowing down. What I want to say, that you're not chasing things merely because they're shiny anymore. I want to say, Capricorn. The Five of Wands, I called it out here, and the Five of Wands showed up here. There really is some internal struggle that you're going on with. You have some sort of internal struggle, Capricorn, that you need to look at. I feel like you feel like there's competition, but I feel like in the past, what you may have done is you may have run at it like the Queen of Wands, got all dressed up, looked really good on the outside, tried to attract people with the outside of you. I mean, we all do it, right? I'm not saying it's just you. But the Queen of Wands in the reverse tells me that you're not going to trust the shiny thing anymore, that you're not just running after things because they look good, that you are actually taking the time to, I think this is a big change that's happening for you here. That maybe you were the person who ran after the shiny thing, the good looking thing, whether they're pretty or handsome or whatever it is. But I feel like that's what's changing here. Also, what will change along with that is your self-respect. You will no longer be beating yourself up about that. You will no longer be thrown into competition with other people that are vying for the attention of the person that you were chasing. I feel like you're going to stop chasing. So it feels like this is a big change that is coming for you. We do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy here. I want to say that this is fated. It's a fated change. It's time. It's divine timing. It's time for you to look at how you are going to attract people in a very different way. And I think that when you slow down and stop chasing the shiny things, that all of this resolves itself as you look into your shadow work. You're no longer going to feel like you're at risk of being manipulated because you're now holding back. You're not acting impulsively. You're holding back and checking out the situation first. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is slowing you down, making you look at details. And because this is all fixed energy, and that's what the fixed energies do. They move very slow towards a goal because they want to make that decision once. Tell me what your focus should be as we go into the week ahead. For Capricorn, what should your focus be, Capricorn? To stop waiting. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for someone to arrive. Stop waiting for someone to date you. I think that you are going to stop that. Yeah, I think you are. Because the Three of Wands being, the Six of Wands being in the reverse. And then we have the World card. So I feel like you're going to stop trying to garner attention. You're going to stop waiting for people to notice you. You're going to stop just going out and doing that thing just so people will notice you, take notice of you, and maybe tell you you're beautiful or tell you you're handsome. I think that's what you're going to stop. I feel like with the Six of Wands in the reverse that you don't really care at this point if you're going to be the focus of someone's affection. I feel like with the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Six of Wands in the reverse, it's telling me that you would rather not have the attention, that you would rather have the attention of one than many. So we do have the World card, and I feel like that should be your focus. You need to close the door on how can I say, on trying to get many people to chase you. I don't feel like I'm telling you to do that. I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like that's part of your shadow work and what you're going to be focused on. We do again have Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo energy. I feel like this is really an overwhelming time for you, that there's a lot of things going on in your life. And with this eclipse coming up, there's going to be things being removed from your life that you're not expecting. There's going to be things showing up that you're not expecting. And so I feel like when the end comes, that it ends up being really overwhelming. But I think that if you can hold your focus, if you can keep your focus and know that if you should decide to not try and get the attention of the many, but maybe of one, maybe you're not chasing things, maybe you're waiting for someone to arrive, I feel like it won't be as overwhelming, but it feels like a confusing time as well. It feels like the door is closing on the old life and the new life is very confusing. It's like, I need to make different decisions. I need to figure out what's going on here. Tell me one more thing about Capricorn, please. Some advice for Capricorn. Two of Cups. Wish fulfillment's on the way, friend. I just want to say, wish fulfillment is on the way for you. You will be making a big decision about your wish fulfillment as it shows up with the Two of Cups. That's for some of you. For others of you, somebody's coming back around. I'm just going to say it. If you don't want to hear it, it's going to be 30 days at least, the next 30 days of retrograde energy, because starts today on the 1st, and then it goes through to the 21st, and then we have a 2-week outro. So if you're the one that's like, I don't want to hear the person coming back from the past, too bad. Click on the X. Just saying. There is somebody, for some of you, not all of you, it's a general reading, that somebody is going to come back and try and have some sort of want to resurrect something with you. They see it as the wish fulfillment. You might as well. But for others of you, I feel like your wish fulfillment is on the way. And there's going to be a big decision that you do have to make regarding this wish fulfillment, because somebody is going to try and give you a cup. There it is. Someone's going to try and ask you out. 2 cups and 1 is 3. Someone's going to try and ask you out. Someone whose intention is to get a commitment from you. It's going to start slow with 1 cup, but we'll find out how it goes, right? Let me know if this resonates. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I'm going to go for now, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.